you saw the free Matt Sopron sign along the Stevenson Expressway and wondered who he was, we can tell you that today, Matt Sopron was freed after more than 20 years in prison, a judge tossing out his case. It's a story we first told you about more than a year ago. In a CBS 2 exclusive, we're there as he gets released and there as he celebrates his newfound freedom with his family tonight.
The tears of joy, the hugs, the smiles, a family reunion 2 decades in the making outside of Stateville Correctional Center.
What do you think? I've got a...
Life starts over today, I guess.
Matt Sopron, until now, had been serving a life sentence for the murders of 2 teenage girls, Carrie Hovell and Helena Martin, both shot to death, caught up in gang crossfire on December 14, 1995. Billy Bijak, one of those arrested for the shooting, and others testified that Matt Sopron ordered the hit, and he was convicted in 1998. Over the years, multiple witnesses recanted their testimony, saying that they were coerced, cajoled, or intimidated into making false statements at the behest of the then Assistant State's Attorney. One of those was Brian O'Shea. We spoke with him last year.
It's the worst thing I've ever done in my life, hands down, but the best thing I've ever done was come out with the truth.
Despite having a history of assaults and minor scrapes with the law, Sopron has always maintained he didn't have anything to do with the girls' deaths. I spoke to him last year by phone.
I know I'm not going to die in prison for something I didn't do. It's just not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen.
The case gained steam when Sopron's family and supporters put up this billboard along the Stevenson Expressway to draw attention to his case and to get him freed.
Where's the state? Where's their assistance?
Those supporters finally got their day in court. On the stand last week, Bijak testified that during the initial trial, he was allowed to watch porn in the state's attorney's office and that he had alcohol everywhere throughout the office and used marijuana in the visitors' quarters as much as we wanted to. And when triggerman Eric Anderson was asked, "Did you blame Matt Sopron for any of the actions you took on that day?" Anderson testified, "Never. Matt Sopron didn't have anything to do with any of it." Today, the conviction was tossed out and he was ordered released. For his attorneys, a 20-year journey now complete.
When that overwhelming evidence came out, you can't ignore it. And so they did the right thing.
When you heard the words today, what went through your mind?
Just joy, finally.
And tonight at their Southwest Side home, an overdue celebration complete with pizza and bubbly, with a slice of reflection.
This doesn't end for me and my family right now. Okay, I'm free. That's the main number one goal. But someone's got to pay for this because they just took 21 years of my life, for nothing.
Matt says he's really looking forward to going to concerts again with his relatives, groups like Metallica, Kiss, and the Rolling Stones, who he points out were popular the last time he was a free man. Can you imagine going 20 years?
Oh, my goodness.
He was staying at Menard downstate. His
Yes.
family made hundreds of trips, probably 400,000 miles in car miles, and today's the day.
You know, it's incredible that even back then when he did the phone interview, he had that hope. He said,
yeah.
I know I'm not going to spend my life in here. Clinging to that is pretty impressive.
It was, and he says what he plans to do when he gets out is to help other wrongfully convicted people. He says he knows a lot of them at Menard, and they're like brothers.
Wow, come a long way.
Indeed.